The shield failed. Multiple interceptors missed. Impact confirmations are coming in now. ATACMS ballistic missiles penetrated 280 kilometers deep. Strike detected at 03:17 a.m. local time. Launch origin, Ukrainian-controlled territory. M142 HIMARS platforms confirmed. Flight time, 3 minutes 40 seconds. Ballistic trajectory, hypersonic terminal velocity. Russian air defense engaging. S-400 batteries active. Pantsir systems online. Radar tracking initiated. This is Skyfall Warfare documenting deep penetration strike. 6 missiles launched simultaneously. Coordinated timing, saturation tactic deployed. First interception attempted at 03:19 a.m. S-400 launches 3 interceptors. 2 missiles destroyed mid-flight. 4 ATACMS still inbound. Defense sector breached. Second battery engages. Pantsir firing rapidly. Close range interception. 1 more missile destroyed. 3 leak through. Impact imminent. Target confirmed. Belgorod military logistics hub. Ammunition depot struck at 03:20 a.m. Massive explosion reported. Secondary detonations cascade. Artillery shells cooking off. Grad rocket stockpiles igniting. Fireball visible from 30 kilometers. What caused the most damage? A. Ballistic missiles. B. Cruise missiles. C. Drones. Command post hit simultaneously. Reinforced structure penetrated. Communications severed instantly. Regional coordination collapses. Subordinate units lose contact. Defense network fragmenting. Individual positions operating blindly. Unified response impossible. Skyfall Warfare tracking strategic paralysis. Third impact recorded. Fuel storage complex destroyed. Diesel reserves ablaze. Jet fuel tanks ruptured, flames spreading across facility. Fire suppression systems overwhelmed. Personnel evacuating under intense heat. Equipment abandoned. Losses mounting exponentially. The successful penetration of layered air defense systems by precision ballistic missiles striking critical infrastructure nodes 280 kilometers behind front lines demonstrates the fundamental vulnerability of static defensive positions to modern standoff weapons. Russian military assessment underway. 3 impacts confirmed. Defense system performance inadequate. Interception rate 50%. Unacceptable against strategic targets. Investigation initiated. Why did S-400 miss? Electronic warfare suspected. Missile guidance possibly jammed. Decoy deployment effective. Saturation overwhelmed tracking. System limitations exposed. Skyfall Warfare documenting capability gap. Damage assessment begins at 04:45 a.m. First light reveals devastation. Ammunition depot, total loss. Estimated stockpile destroyed 2,000 tons. Artillery shells, tank rounds, mortar ammunition, grad rockets, small arms rounds, explosives still detonating. Clearance impossible for days. Strategic reserve eliminated. Frontline supply chain severed. New strike wave confirmed. More launches detected. Second ATACMS salvo inbound at 04:52 a.m. 95 minutes after first strike. Russian defenses already depleted. Interceptor magazines low. Reload time insufficient. 4 missiles approaching. Target radar installations. S-400 tracking station hit. Primary detection node destroyed. Coverage gap created. Defense network blind spot emerges. Exploitation immediate. Pantsir radar facility struck. Short-range protection eliminated. Remaining batteries vulnerable. Command hesitates. Relocate or hold position. Decision delayed. Third missile impacts supply depot. Truck convoy destroyed. Reinforcement vehicles ablaze. Spare parts consumed by fire. Maintenance impossible. Equipment degradation accelerates. Fourth missile hits rail junction. Track destroyed. Cargo trains derailed. Logistics artery severed. Supply route closed indefinitely. Repair timeline, weeks minimum. The systematic destruction of logistics infrastructure deep behind front lines creates cascading supply failures that exponentially degrade operational capability across entire sectors, while simultaneously exposing the inability of even advanced air defense systems to guarantee protection of strategic assets. Skyfall Warfare tracking irreversible damage. Belgorod becomes strategic liability. Forward operating base transformed into vulnerable target. Concentration of assets invites further strikes. Dispersal required but complicates coordination. Efficiency plummets. Command relocates headquarters. New position undisclosed. Communications rerouted. Coordination delays multiply. Operational tempo slows. Ukrainian intelligence tracks movements. Next target package prepared. Strike cycle continues. Which system failed first? A. Patriot. B. S-300. C. Radar network. Russian military attempts. Countermeasures. Additional S-400 batteries deployed. Coverage redundancy increased. Overlapping sectors created. Electronic warfare intensified. GPS jamming active. Communication disruption implemented. Effectiveness uncertain. ATACMS guidance resilient. Inertial navigation systems functional. Terminal homing accurate. Countermeasures insufficient. Skyfall Warfare documenting adaptation failure. Third strike wave detected at 09:34 a.m., 6 hours after initial attack. ATACMS launched from new positions. Ukrainian forces repositioned. Launch sites rotated. Russian counter-battery fire misses. Targets already displaced. 4 missiles inbound. New targets selected. Airfield infrastructure threatened. Fighter jets scrambled. Emergency evacuation initiated. Aircraft departing under fire. 2 missiles impact runway. Concrete cratered extensively. Operations halted immediately. Remaining jets stranded. Ground crews trapped. Third missile destroys fuel trucks. Aviation gasoline spilled. Contamination severe. Refueling impossible. Sorties canceled. Air support denied. Fourth missile hits maintenance hangar. Tools destroyed. Spare parts consumed. Repair capability eliminated. Strategic aviation paralyzed. Frontline units lose air cover. Vulnerability increases dramatically. Is air defense collapse inevitable here? Comment Y or N. Belgorod sector defense degraded severely. 3 strike waves overwhelmed capacity. Interceptor stockpiles depleted rapidly. Resupply logistics damaged. Ammunition delivery disrupted. Defense sustainability questioned. Russian command faces dilemma. Reinforce Belgorod or conserve resources. Spreading defenses thin. Concentration leaves gaps elsewhere. Strategic overstretch looming. Ukrainian planners exploit hesitation. Intelligence identifies weak sectors. Strike packages target vulnerabilities. Systematic dismantling continues. Skyfall Warfare tracking predatory tactics. International observers assess implications. NATO analysts study penetration. ATACMS effectiveness confirmed. Deep strike capability validated. 280-kilometer range changes battlefield geometry. Safe rear areas eliminated. Strategic depth compressed. Conventional deterrence enhanced. Russian military disadvantage exposed. Alliance confidence increases. The repeated successful penetration of sophisticated integrated air defense networks by American-supplied ballistic missiles fundamentally alters the strategic calculation in the theater by eliminating the sanctuary of distance that previously protected critical infrastructure from precision strikes. If you follow high-intensity air wars, type Skyfall. Russian response options limited. Escalation threatened but not implemented. Nuclear rhetoric intensifies. Actual deployment unlikely. Conventional counterstrikes prepared. Ukrainian infrastructure targeted. Retaliatory planning accelerated. Missile reserves allocated. Launch windows identified. Skyfall Warfare anticipating reciprocal strikes. Belgorod damage assessment completed at 14 hours, 11 hours post-strike. Ammunition depot, 30% salvageable. 2,000 tons lost. Fuel storage, total destruction. 15 million liters burned. Command post abandoned. New location operational. Radar stations, 2 destroyed. Coverage reduced 40%. Airfield, runway unusable. Repair timeline, 2 weeks. Aircraft, 17 evacuated, 5 trapped. Logistics hub, severely degraded. Supply throughput reduced 60%. Personnel casualties classified. Equipment losses catastrophic. Strategic impact severe. Frontline operations compromised immediately. Artillery ammunition rationed. Fuel consumption restricted. Air support suspended. Offensive operations postponed. Defensive posture adopted. Ukrainian forces exploit weakness. Localized attacks increase. Russian positions pressured. Reserves committed prematurely. Operational reserve depleted. Strategic flexibility lost. Skyfall Warfare documenting cascade failure. 4th ATACMS strike hits at 16:42 hours, 13 hours after initial attack. Relentless pressure continues. Command bunker targeted. Underground facility struck. Bunker penetrating warhead deployed. Concrete pierced. Interior damaged. Communications equipment destroyed. Backup systems activated. Coordination degraded further. Decision-making delayed. Battlefield awareness reduced. Initiative lost. Ukrainian command maintains pressure. No respite granted. Continuous strikes planned. Weekly intervals. Belgorod remains priority target. Strategic degradation objective. Long-term paralysis goal. Russian command cannot defend indefinitely. Resource exhaustion inevitable. What breaks next in this conflict? Comment below. Can air defenses recover? Recovery problematic. S-400 interceptor production limited. Resupply requires months. Defense gaps persist meanwhile. Radar reconstruction slow. Skilled technicians scarce. Training pipeline inadequate. Replacement personnel inexperienced. System effectiveness degraded. Ukrainian strikes continue throughout rebuild. Progress constantly disrupted. Completion timeline uncertain. Strategic vulnerability persists indefinitely. Is escalation now unavoidable? Escalation already occurring. ATACMS deep strikes represent escalation. Russian retaliation inevitable. Targeting severity increases. Infrastructure strikes expand. Civilian casualties rise. International concern grows. Diplomatic interventions attempted. Ceasefire proposals rejected. Military logic dominates. Both sides committed. De-escalation unlikely. Skyfall Warfare tracking inevitable progression. What target is next? Kursk logistics complex faces highest probability. Similar vulnerability profile. Strategic supply node. Rail junction critical. Ammunition stockpiles concentrated. Airfield nearby. Defense coverage adequate but not overwhelming. ATACMS range sufficient. Ukrainian intelligence confirms viability. Strike planning advanced. Launch window 48 hours. Russian command suspects but cannot prevent. Defenses reinforced but insufficiently. Resources exhausted. Interceptor reserves low. Coverage gaps remain. Exploitation certain. The Belgorod penetration demonstrates modern precision strike dominance. 280 kilometers means nowhere safe. Strategic depth illusion shattered. Air defense inadequacy exposed. Russian military paralysis spreading. Supply chains severed. Operations degraded. Frontline support collapsed. Ukrainian advantage multiplying. Momentum shifting. Skyfall Warfare documents the deep strike revolution. ATACMS changed everything. Distance no longer protects. Rear areas vulnerable. Static positions indefensible. Logistics infrastructure targeted relentlessly. Cascading failures inevitable. Recovery impossible under sustained pressure. Strategic paralysis permanent. Subscribe to Skyfall Warfare when the sky starts falling.